Stop buying lasers for the 3 days a year you're scared of. Let me reframe this in a way that actually matters on a shop floor. Most shops I talk to are 80% under 1/4 inch or 3/8 inch, but they walk in saying, I want to cut 1.5 inches, just in case. That's not a plan. That's anxiety shopping. A sheet laser should be sized for how you run it 300 days a year, not the 3 days a year you brag about. Here's the rule. You never want to live at the top of the power band. If your business lives under 1/4 inch to 3/8 inch, the question isn't, can it cut thick? The question is, how relaxed is the machine all day long? That's called means of manufacturing, something most salespeople don't know squat about. For the 6 kilowatt buyer, if you're mostly thin material, light stainless, aluminum, manufacturing, or job shop style work, 6 kilowatts can absolutely make sense. You can cut 13/16 inch and thinner all day and night. But here's where people get burned. They buy 6 kilowatts, then start asking it to be a hero once a week and do 1 inch, then you're asking for issues. That's when duty cycle goes up, heat goes up, optics suffer, improvisational settings get introduced, and suddenly, lasers are expensive. They're not. Undersizing your laser and pushing it to the limit is. Now consider a 12 kilowatt buyer, the sweet spot for most shops. This is where the math actually works. If your bread and butter is almost always under 1 inch, a 12 kilowatt machine lives at half throttle. That means faster pierce, cleaner edge, less thermal stress, longer component life. Operators not afraid to touch the machine. You're not buying speed. You're buying calm. You're buying smart. Let's jump to the 20 kilowatt buyer now. If you're regularly cutting thick plate 2 inches and under, real production, not emergencies, then 20 kilowatts makes sense. But if you're buying 20 kilowatts so you can cut 1 9/16 steel 3 times a year, that's where people get confused. That's like buying a standard 5x10 laser and expecting it to cut 1 inch plate every day is like renting a Toyota Corolla, loading it with concrete bags, hitching a trailer, loaded with 5 full-grown bulls, flooring it up a hill, and acting surprised when the transmission explodes. Your Corolla didn't fail. You turned it into a rodeo. The real takeaway is that you need a bed system that can take the weight, has grates that are just under 7/16 thick, and a frame that can support the Titanic. You want enough power that the machine is never stressed, but not so much that you're paying to solve a problem you don't actually have. A properly sized sheet laser cuts your 80% effortlessly, handles the 20% without drama, doesn't turn rare jobs into daily punishment. And when the means of manufacturing is right, something interesting happens. Service contracts become obsolete. Parts, sales dry up. Tech visits drop off and your shop stops feeling fragile. That's not an accident. That's good engineering. The question isn't, what's the thickest thing you've ever cut? The question is, how do you want this machine to feel every single day you turn it on? That answer tells us whether it's 6, 12, or 20 kilowatts or more every time. If this makes sense, give us a call. No pitch, no pressure, and no BS. Let's get your business fitted with the perfect sized laser before your competitor gets one of our machines.